Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to devlog 11. This time the animals are on the loose and we're adding something wild to our Unity project, a fully randomized animal stampede system. They'll spawn, charge the player and get absolutely yeeted if they collide with a projectile. Let's dive in. So first things first, our animals don't actually appear unless we manually drag them into the scene, and that's no good. So to fix that, I'm creating a spawn manager, which is just an empty game object that will handle the entire process of spawning animals. I made a script called spawn manager, attached it to the object, and added a public array for the animal prefabs. And then I dropped all the animal prefabs from the project window, not the hierarchy, and that's important. If you want to spawn objects in Unity, they must be prefabs stored in your project. So now we've got animals spawning when we press S, but it doesn't look very good because they're all spawning in a straight little line, which isn't really Stampede-like. And it only spawned the first animal in the array every time. So to solve this issue, I added a randomizer which picks an animal at random using random.range. And this made things way more interesting. Every time I press S, it's a surprise. Sometimes it's a cow, sometimes it's a dog. The only issue now is they still spawn in exactly the same spot, which made it look more like an orderly queue than a stampede. So I randomized the spawn position on the x-axis to scatter them across the top of the screen. One moment you're safe, the next, the giraffe is charging from the far left. I also added a couple of float variables at the top of the script, which was spawn range X and spawn position Z, just to make future tweaks a bit easier. A little quality of life touch like that really start to add up, especially when the project goes. Watching animals spread across the screen felt like a mini milestone. It wasn't just code anymore, it was behavior. Then I just made another little tweak to the visuals by switching camera to orthographic mode. It just gave a cleaner top-down look and helped the action feel more readable. Then I realized pressing S forever isn't fun. I mean, it worked, sure. Mashing the keyboard to keep things moving felt more like debugging than gameplay. I took that spawn logic, wrapped it in its own method called spawn random animal, and used InvokeRepeating to call it automatically every few seconds. And suddenly the game had a rhythm of its own. Animals just started appearing without me lifting a finger. It was oddly satisfying. It's a simple technique, but it completely changed the pace of the game. The scene felt alive, unpredictable, like something was happening even when I wasn't doing anything. Thus, it opens the door for more interesting ideas down the line, like difficulty scaling, wave systems, etc. We'll see. So next up came interactions. At this point, the animals spawned and walked toward the player, but didn't do much else. So I gave them all box colliders and set them as triggers, and then did the same for the projectile, plus a rigid body with gravity off. So this laid the foundation for real gameplay, things reacting to each other. And then I wrote a new script called Detect Collisions, and inside OnTriggerEnter, I just destroy both the animal and the projectile when they collide. It's a very basic mechanic, but it's rewarding and gives the player something to do. Finally, I wanted to give the player a sense of failure. If an animal gets past you, the game logs a simple game over message in the console. It's not dramatic, but it gives you feedback, and that's the start. So yeah, this week was all about randomness, automation, and learning to break tasks into reusable pieces. I end up with a working stampede, basic collision logic, and a very subtle reminder that failure is always looming. Next time, I'm thinking about adding score tracking or maybe a visual game over screen. We'll see what breaks first. Thanks for watching. If you're building along or just enjoying the progress, drop a comment and let me know what creature you'd add to this animal invasion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.